Englishbreaking.com.
Lesson 1.
Lesson 1.
Introducing yourself.
Introducing
Future
yourself.
tense.
Future tense.
Questions and
Question
answers.
and answer.
Jane will be a Yank.
James will be a Yank.
Will Jane be British or American?
American. James will be a Yank. She will be American.
American. Jane will be a Yank. She will be American. Will she be an Australian?
No, she won't Australia. Jane will be a
No,
Yank.
she
will
won't
be
be an
American.
Australian. Jane will be a Yank. She will be an American. Who will be a Yank?
James. James will be a Yank. She will be American.
Jane. Jane will be a Yank. She will be an American. Jane will be sitting in the restaurant alone. Will Jane be sitting with a friend?
No, she won't. She will be sitting in the restaurant alone.
No, she won't. Jane will be sitting in a restaurant alone. Who will Jane be sitting with?
She won't
She won't be sitting with anyone.
She will
Jane
be sitting
will be
in the
sitting in the
restaurant
restaurant alone. Will Jane be sitting in a hotel?
No, she won't. She will be sitting in the restaurant alone.
No, Jane will be sitting in the restaurant. She will have just arrived in Vietnam. She will walk to a restaurant. Will Jane have lived in Vietnam for 6 months?
No, she won't have lived in Vietnam for 6 months. She will
No,
have just arrived
Jane won't have
in
lived in Vietnam for 6 months. She will have just arrived in Vietnam. Will Jane walk to a restaurant?
Yeah, Jane will walk to a restaurant.
Yes, Jane will walk to a restaurant. She will walk to a restaurant. Will Jane take a taxi to a museum?
No, she won't take taxi to museum.
No, Jane won't take a
will
taxi to a
walk
museum.
To a restaurant.
She will walk to a restaurant. She will know no one in Vietnam, and she will be sitting by herself. Will Jane have many friends in Vietnam?
No, she won't has many friends in Vietnam.
Oh, Jane won't have many friends in Vietnam.
No one in Vietnam.
She will know no one in Vietnam. How many people will Jane know in Vietnam?
None. She will know no one in Vietnam.
None. She will know no one in Vietnam. Why will Jane be sitting alone?
Because she will know no one in Vietnam.
She will be sitting alone because she will know no one in Vietnam. Jane will be feeling a little lonely because she will know no one and have no friends in Vietnam. Why will Jane be feeling lonely?
Because she will know no one and she has no friend in Vietnam.
Jane will be feeling lonely because she will know no one and have no friends in Vietnam. Will Jane be feeling lonely because she has no job?
No, she won't. Feeling lonely because she had no job. She feeling lonely because she will know no
Jane
one
will be
and
feeling
has no
lonely
friend in
because she will know
Vietnam.
no one and have no friends in Vietnam. Will Jane have many friends in Vietnam?
No, she won't. Has many friends in Vietnam. She will know no
she
one
won't have
and
many
has
friends
no
in
friend
Vietnam.
in Vietnam.
She will know no one and have no friends in Vietnam. Quan will walk in, order his food, and sit at the table next to Jane's. Will Quan sit outside the restaurant at a table?
No, Wang won't. He sat at a table next to Jane.
No, Quan won't sit outside the restaurant at a table. He will sit at the table next to Jane's. Will Quan walk out of the restaurant?
No one was outside the restaurant. She walks in, orders his food, and sits at the table next to Jane.
No, he won't walk out of the restaurant. He will walk in, order his food, and sit at the table next to Jane's. Where will Quan sit in the restaurant?
At the table next to Jane. He sits at the table next to Jane.
At the table next to Jane. He will sit at the table next to Jane's and begin a conversation with Jane. He will begin a conversation with Jane. Who will begin a conversation with Jane?
Quan will begin a conversation with Jane.
Quan will start a conversation with Jane. Quan will start talking to her. Will he finish a conversation with Jane?
No one won't finish conversation with Jane. One will begin a conversation with
Quan
Jane.
won't finish his conversation with Jane. He will begin to talk to Jane. What will Quan begin with Jane?
A conversation. One will begin a conversation with Jane.
Quan will begin a conversation with Jane. Quan will ask Jane questions to get to know her better. Will Quan ask Jane questions to hire her for a job?
No one will ask Jane questions to hire her for a job. One asks Jane questions to get to know her better.
No, Quan won't ask Jane questions to hire her for a job. Quan will ask Jane questions to get to know her better. Why will Quan ask Jane questions?
Quan will ask Jane questions to get to know her better.
Quan will ask Jane questions to get to know her better. Will Quan tell Jane a story to amuse Jane?
No one will ask Jane questions to amuse you. One will ask Jane questions to get to know her better.
No, Quan won't tell Jane a story to amuse Jane. Quan will ask Jane questions to get to know her better. Jane will tell Quan her story and why she is in Vietnam. Will Jane refuse to talk to Quan?
Jane tells Quan her story and why she was in Vietnam.
Jane won't refuse to talk to Quan. Jane will tell Quan her story and why she is in Vietnam. What will Jane tell Quan?
Her story and why she was in Vietnam.
Her story
Jane
and why she's in
Quan
Vietnam.
her story and why
Jane
she
will
was
tell
in
Quan her story
Vietnam.
and why she is in Vietnam. Will Jane sing songs to Quan?
No, Jane won't sing songs to Quan.
No,
Jane will
she
tell
won't
Quan
sing
her
songs to
story
Quan.
and why
Jane
she
will
was
tell
in
Quan her
Vietnam.
story and why she is in Vietnam.